looks like a melted candle. Huh. Interesting. Well, today I had occasion to be in Sacramento. I'm close to downtown. I'm actually at the East Lawn Sacramento Cemetery. And this cemetery was actually established in 1904. This is the old property of what was his name? Newton Booth, who was the 11th governor of California. And it used to be known as Twin Oaks Farm. So it's an old property, and it has a very cool old mausoleum, what do you call it? Office building over there that was built in the 20s. It looks like it too because it has the really cool old Art Deco lettering on it. But we're actually, Wyatt Earp's brother is here somewhere. I'm not sure where or what his name is, but I'm going to see if I can find him at some point. But there's 4 guys here that I wanted to introduce you to. If you notice, they have not American flags on their headstones. They're actually British officers. Because at about 9:30 on February 9:30 at night, February 5th, 1943, these 4 were here on a training assignment from the Royal Air Force. Because if you look at their headstones, it says Royal Air Force. Pilot Officer Fred Hodge, dearly loved. Pilot Officer James Paterson, Royal Air Force. It says, "We, to thy guardian care, commit and peaceful leave before thy feet our son." And this guy, pardon me, Pilot Officer James Moriarty, into the mosaic of victory is placed this most precious piece. And Pilot Officer John Latour-Eppy, rest in peace. I think the oldest one was Paterson. I think he was 26. And the others were 20 to 22. This handsome guy is Pilot Officer John Latour-Eppy. He was born in 1922 and died on February 5th, 1943. He was 20. That's him. And this handsome devil is John Moriarty, and he, I believe, was 21 when he died, and that's him right there. See, how old was he? Let me check. 21. He was 21. This handsome devil is James Alexander Paterson. He was the oldest of the bunch. He was 26 when he died. That's him. And this is Pilot Officer Fred Hodge. This is him. I believe he was 20. I'll double check on that. He might have been 21. Actually, Fred was 22 when he died. So, they are buried, actually, in flight formation. I don't know what that means exactly, if it was this guy and then this guy and that guy together in a plane, or if they're buried this way. I honestly don't know. The coolest part is they're British officers with British flags and British soil. The UK sent over British dirt to bury them in, so they're buried in British soil. So in this particular area, we're actually walking on British soil. Somewhere in the dirt somewhere is British soil. And I thought that was really neat that they were able to do that for them. Is that a, oh no, that's not. But They're all from the Royal Air Force. Isn't that cool? Buried in Sacramento. Here's a more complete story of what happened. It says, 2132 North American AT-6A type planes collided in midair and crashed 2 miles northeast of Mather Field in Sacramento, killing 4 RAF flyers aboard both planes. It says RAF pilot officer John G. Moriarty and pilot officer James Paterson were killed in the crash of the AT-6A number 41-439. RAF pilot officer Fred Hodge and pilot officer John R. Latour-Eppy were killed in the crash of the AT-6A number 41-583. Investigation revealed that both airplanes were practicing takeoffs and landings at Mather Field and were in a traffic pattern at an altitude of approximately 800 feet. The AT-6A 41-583, which was being flown by Eppy and Hodge, was turning onto the base leg when the propeller of the AT-6A 41-439, which was being flown by Moriarty and Paterson, struck its fuselage from behind just aft of the rear cockpit, cutting through the fuselage and severing the tail section. Both airplanes fell out of control. With its propeller damaged and the port horizontal stabilizer and elevator severed, the 41-439 rolled over and into an inverted position and dove into the ground, where it exploded into flames. The 583 immediately dove straight into the ground, where it erupted into flames. On impact, all the occupants were killed instantly. It's listed in the Fatal Army Air Forces Aviation Accidents in the United States, 1941 to 1945, Volume 1, if you're interested in looking it up. So that was the 4 guys I wanted to introduce you to here at the Sacramento East Lawn Cemetery. It's actually off of Folsom Boulevard, close to 50. It's, like I said, old. It's an old cemetery. It's been here since, actually it's not as old as some of the cemeteries we've been to. 1904 is when this thing was established. But I wanted you to meet those 4 British pilot officers that died here during World War II. Of all the weirdness in World War II, they died in California. Seems kind of weird, but there they are. So I like the part about the British soil too. The UK sent over dirt, homeland dirt, for them to be buried in. Anyway, I'll leave a link below for their bios and a little bit about the actual accident itself, in case you want to read more about that. That's about it for the moment. I'm going to probably drive around the rest of this cemetery and see what else I can find while I'm here. I might end up coming back to this cemetery at some point in the future, but right now I think I'm just going to hit the highlights. Probably. Not 100% on that. So, if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, leave them below. That'd be great. A subscription would be great. Thumbs up would be great. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm at 76. I was hoping to get there by the end of this year, and since it's the middle of November, I don't think I'm going to get 924 subscribers in a month and a half. Stranger things have happened, but there you go. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you later.